finals. Game 1.
Cruz. Big hit. Cruz.
A dominant start.
Floor defense by Caballero.
Beautiful down the line hit from the back row. Eyes on.
A roaring comeback.
Seems to be in intense pain.
How she's playing and how she's contributing in this game.
A wounded Tigress.
They are buzzing right now. Ooh, what a hit. UST.
You know what? On game. Senior.
The challengers regroup and recover. Sweep. Survival. The finals. Game 2.
Hot and dangerous. If you're one of us, then roll with us.
Good afternoon from the arena in San Juan City. ABS-CBN Sports Live and exclusive coverage. Game 2 of the Women's Volleyball Finals in Season 73 of the UAAP. Only here, live on Studio 23. The biggest ticket for today's Saturday. The finals here at the arena in San Juan. There's a sports cliche that goes, if you want to be champions, you have to go through the defending champions. We've heard that many times. Jack Alarca and the rest of LaSalle think that's what it's all about, and that's what they intend to do today. To avenge and to dethrone Aiza Maizo and the rest of the defending champions. 7 5-set matches this year and their third straight loss to LaSalle. They are embattled, but they are still the defending champions, and they have one more chance to extend this to a game number 3. It is the battle between the last 2 champions of the women's volleyball tournament of the UAAP. Defending champions UST Tigresses versus the 2009 champions De La Salle University, exclusively from ABS-CBN Sports. Hello and good afternoon. And after game number 2 of the men's finals, which of course UST won earlier over FEU, we bring you the women's finals. Boom Gonzalez and Remulla. Will LaSalle take it today and claim their 6th championship here in the women's division, or will UST have one more say?
Well, you know, that first game in this championship series could have gone, you know, any other way. It was 5 sets, and you know, now I guess everyone's clueless on who will win, you know, this championships.
That's right, and for the second straight time that these two teams meet, 2-0, and then UST showing a lot of resiliency and extending it to a 5th and final set. Let's give you some glimpses of game number 1 for those who missed that exciting matchup where over 4,000 people watched us here at the arena in San Juan. LaSalle playing incredible volleyball for the first 2 sets. They seemed like they were on their way to winning set number 3, and then all of a sudden UST behind, again, the predominantly UST crowd here at the arena, extended it to a set number 4 and then eventually to a set number 5.
I guess it's also safe to say that, you know, UST is a team that has gone through a lot of challenges, and, you know, going back again, kahit na down sila first 2 sets, they're the kind of team who can actually still try and catch up and actually extend that game. As you can see on your screens, the score for that very long game number 1. So it was LaSalle taking the first 2 sets, and UST coming back in the 3rd and the 4th, but in the 5th set, LaSalle still emerged as the winner. There you can see it's 198 yung total score. It's very close.
Yeah, and the way LaSalle folded in sets number 3 and 4 was actually the surprise there as we look at the skills department now.
Spikes 52 and 48 for UST. LaSalle outdid UST with 11 points from blocks as compared to only 6 of UST. But when it came to services, look at this very impressive 14 points from UST as compared to 9 of LaSalle. But in terms of errors, just as close, 30 for LaSalle and 28 for UST.
You know, and you touched on it just a while ago. UST this year has really battled through different kinds of issues, health issues, injuries, inconsistency too, as they got beat in 5 sets by UP also at one point, and that got extended by a few other teams here in the league. And it seems that it's never ending. Even in game number 1, Maruba Natikla experienced injury, cramps that was going up her body. And the question now being asked around the volleyball community, if she stayed for set number 5, would they have taken that? Of course, we can never answer that question, but it's an interesting question nonetheless.
That's right. Of course, it would have been a different story. We saw how big of a contribution she was in that game. So kaya pumapasok yung ganyang questions. If she was there, would that game have gone the other way around? You know, UST taking that win.
Boy, she celebrated a birthday and she played like it was her birthday. Those are the numbers: 19 points, 15 attacks, and 4 service aces, and that is in a game that she did not even complete. She, was carried out of there pretty much towards the end of that 4th set, and then not able to play in the 5th set. And I doubt if she's 100%. Of course, we will get a report on that as we have our courtside reporters with us still for game number 2. Pat Cansana, though, sat down with Coach Shaq prior to the start of the game. Let's listen to what Coach Shaq has to say.
Coach, high-pressure game 1 last Wednesday. Pagkatapos ng 4th set, nasubukan na naman po ang endurance ng UST. Ano pong nangyari dun sa 5th set at bumigay na po?
Well, siguro dahil dun sa isang reason is yung nag-cramp si Maru, and then yun nga. Tapos nagkaroon kami ng konting changes dun sa lineup, and siguro bumigay yung mga bata kasi hindi nila kinaya yung ganung pressure, especially yung pinalit namin si Maru. So yun lang. So hopefully this next game, ma-cover up namin lahat ng mga pagkukulang namin last game 1.
Coach, matapos ang hindi natin inaasahang crabs tulad ng sabi mo kay Maru, kamusta na po siya ngayon? Maglalaro po ba siya ngayon dahil crucial po ang laro natin ngayon para sa inyong defending champion?
Well, siyempre, kailangan siya maglaro kasi unang-una, finals na to. And kumbaga, parang wala nang, sabi ko nga sa mga bata, hindi na tayo pwede magdahilan ng kung ano yung mga injuries natin kasi nandyan na eh. Kumbaga, pinaghirapan na natin to lahat. So, dapat bigyan na natin yung best. And sabi ko nga, all out tayo sa game 2 para dun sa game 3.
Okay, thank you, Coach, and good luck later. That was Coach Shaq De Los Santos from the UST Tigresses.
Thank you very much, Pat. Of course, Coach Shaq hoping that the result will be very different today as they battle a very focused and a very determined LaSalle team, which technically and has really not lost a game on the court. When you really think about it, they have not lost this season yet.
That's right. So far, it's been a good season for LaSalle. So now the big question is, like what Coach Shaq said earlier, their goal now is to give it their all out here in game 2 so that they can ensure that there will still be game number 3.
All right, of course, game number 2 will be played here at the arena with the De La Salle University Lady Spikers looking to wrap it up and wrap up their 6th championship, and probably the last for graduating Jack Alarca, one of 3 possible graduates, and we'll explain that statement a little later on. But what an afternoon already for her, and the game hasn't even started. She has scored some sort of a hat trick here in the volleyball tournament by becoming the best spiker. She was awarded prior to the start of the men's finals. She is also our best server, and she is now the new UAAP Women's Volleyball MVP.
What a way to boost your confidence right before you enter match number 2. Possibly, if they win, of course, this will be the last match now. And I guess it's pretty good, no? And looking at Jack of all trades statistics, 19 points as well, 14 coming from attacks, 4 service aces. So it's a good way for her to exit her 5 playing years for LaSalle by getting those awards.
And she played really big in that last game, lalo na when their backs were against the wall, when UST was making that chase. She was the veteran that they needed, the solid and stable player that they needed in that game. And of course, we would like to get the story and the thoughts of the coach of the opposing side, Coach Ramil De Jesus, with our very own Aaron Torreon. Go ahead, Aaron.
Coach Ramil, gaano ka-importante na nakuha niyo ang Game 1?
Para sa amin, napaka-importante ng Game 1 kasi siyempre, sa matter of self-confidence. So, iba pa rin yung nauna ka ng Game 1.
Pangalawa naman, Coach, paano na-keep ng Lady Spikers ang composure nila pagkatapos na tayo ng UST ang game ng 2-all?
So after nung 4 sets, nung nakuha ng UST yung 4 sets, yun nga, sinabi ko sa mga bata na tinetest lang tayo, kailangan mas galingan pa natin. So isipin na natin nag-umpisa tayo sa 4 sets. So yun naman, nakasurvive naman yung mga bata.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck today. There you have it, Coach Ramil De Jesus of the DLSU Lady Spikers.
Always never giving himself away too much, Coach Ramil De Jesus, who is looking for championship number 6 for the school. And they're going up against a team that has 14 all in all in the women's volleyball tournament. They are the defending champions, but LaSalle in the last decade, let's put it that way, is the winning, has won the most, but it is not an impossible task. We don't have to go far back in volleyball history to see that even if you lose game number 1, you can still end up as champions. If you remember, Adamson in 2007 won game number 1. They were a step away from their first ever volleyball championship. And then FEU, led by who else? Rachel Andakis, just did not go away.
That's right. Of course, that's where you can see clear determination and you know how much they really wanted to win the game.
Try FEU winning that championship. Will it be the same story, or will that story end today? We'll find out.
In your season 73 UAAP Women's Volleyball Finals. Officiating this match, first referee, Nestor Bellio, international referee. Our second referee, Yul Benosa, international referee candidate. And our teams playing in the finals, first currently celebrating their quadricentennial 400th year anniversary. Trying to extend this to our rubber match on Wednesday. Here are the defending champions, UST Tigresses. Their opponents will celebrate their centennial 100th year anniversary next school year. Trying to get back the crown today. Here are this year's hosts, the DLSU Lady Spikers.
It's a culmination of all the training, the practices, all the missed classes maybe sometimes, and you of all people would know that you won a championship with LaSalle, one of the 5 championships. You know the kind of sacrifice, the kind of hard work that you have to put in just to get to this point.
Yes, that's right. So I guess it's just being in the championships. Of course, what both these teams want is to win the championship, but being here and being the top 2 seeded teams all throughout this season, I guess it's already something that both these teams should be proud of.
And of course, battling through injuries too, which is all part of playing the sport. And UST pretty much personifying that. Isa Maizo with that back injury all throughout. Panatikla now adding on to her current injuries. Starting for the defending champions. Do not even think that these girls are going away just like that. Let's listen now to the 2009 champions, the DLSU Lady Spikers.
Number 1, the rookie of the year.
When it comes to individual awards, and they pretty much racked it up, starting with that girl, the rookie of the year. What a job this year, Ann.
A lot of people recognize the talent with Esperanza, and I guess that award is something that is well deserved for this young girl.
That girl, graduating, Jacalarca, the MVP. And the veteran, Stephanie Mercado. What a stint for her, and probably playing in her last game if it ends today. And of course, as I've always said, probably the most complete player they have, Cha Cruz, who might graduate. Well, she is graduating. She might return. She might not. We'll see what happens with Cha Cruz. But I think she's going to play one more year.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, they always say it's because of the coach.
But you know that at the back of their heads, they really want to play.
At saka bakit mo naman kung ikaw yung coach, that's a girl that you really need.
Of course.
And LaSalle raring to finish this off. Now, the question always with LaSalle is there always will be a point, especially when they're up against UST, that na kinakabahan sila like in that third set and fourth set. There are two ways to look at it. If you're rooting for LaSalle, you survived it, you showed character in the fifth set. But if you're rooting for UST, you're thinking, we almost have them. We came back from 2 sets down. I think this is our moment. We might win this game today.
Rookie of the Year, Mika
Apart from
Esperanza.
that, we know na yung loss nila of Maruba Natikla in set number 5 poses really a big question to all of those who are supporting UST. So now that the UST team is complete, it's something that we have yet to see how they will perform today.
Stephanie Mercado a little wide on her first attack. The UST men's division wrapped up their championship earlier on. UST, by the way, already the general champions.
Wow.
Di pa tapos yung football, di pa tapos yung volleyball, sila na. Malayo na yung habulin ng susunod, which is LaSalle. And I'll talk about that a little later on. Now we're tied. When you look at the numbers, though, Jack Alarca's numbers are down this year compared to the other years, but that's only because the kind of talent that she's surrounded with right now with this team.
That's right. That's why we always say, Esperanza is actually having such a, it's such a good opportunity and also a great situation to be in. Ang dami mong options with, the lineup that they have.
All right, let's check in with Erin Torreon from the DLSU side.
Bring back the glory to Taft Avenue. Undoubtedly, this really has been the end goal of the Lady Spikers all season, and today they really want to finish things off. But after having reviewed Game 1 of the finals, these girls have learned that overconfidence was what cost them those 2 sets because they didn't exert much of an effort with the reception. So this is really something they intend to change and improve on in this game. And speaking of this game, the Lady Spikers are basically focused on 2 things. First, be quick on their offense, and second, they plan to be completely perfect on their blocks. Meanwhile, coming into this game, when I spoke to Coach Ramil about what was different about his team in the finals last year, and this year he tells me that his 2011 team is already used to the pressure. They know what it is to have an end game, and he really believes his girls can win it today. Boom and Ann.
Thank you, Erin. Well, when you think about it, this is the 3rd straight 5-set game that LaSalle has gone through. UST in the last game of the elimination. In the semifinals, that exciting match against Ateneo. They were pushed by Ateneo. And then the last game, game number 1, as Isa Maizo gets it through the block now. And we are at 4-2. And if there's anything that you can take from last year, that has got to be experience and maturity. And maybe that's the reason why kahit na umaabot ng 5th set, nakakayanan na ng LaSalle.
That's right. So now the difference, I guess, is that these girls have that end game. So nakakahabol pa rin, and I guess confidence and that experience. Tama rin si Coach Ramil. And you also mentioned that one thing that they lacked in that first game was reception. Dahil naging overconfidence, and it's very clear in the statistics that we saw earlier.
Because they were dominating in the first 2 sets. I mean, by their standards already. Bad reception there. Mercado. Chuck Cruz will try to make something out of this. The lead is 3. Maizo. Maizo playing in her last game. Oh, that's a good ball. Kept alive by Chuck Cruz and Alarca. Ortiz puts it away.
Excellent call by Kulangan to give that to Ortiz.
And the familiar running kill from Micah Ortiz. Isa Maizo, as we said, playing in her last game. If it ends today, I wonder what she has to say about the MVP race. As Kumabao puts it away for the kill. 6-3 now. Patch Cansana still reports for UST, so let's go to her.
UST as defending champs got in the court with high morale and a lot of positive thoughts, even if they lost game 1. Coach Shaq was honest in telling me that they are pressured in a way, but at the same time, after their practice yesterday, it turned out to be good enough for him to tell me that his confidence in today's game was doubled One more thing that added to his confidence is the return of Maru Banatikla in the game. Though not 100% okay, she is fit enough to play today. After that cramps that she had during that fourth set, she wasn't sent back because from her legs, her cramps went up to her abdomen. This is due to total dehydration, so she was sent to the hospital and got out yesterday morning. After being given a lot of potassium and rest, she is here to help UST in getting one more game. So before I left Coach Shaq to the game, he said that basta we have to do really great on Game 3. Then I said, Coach, Game 2 pa lang tayo. And he probably said, Magkaka-Game 3 kasi, Patch.
Well, that has been the story for UST this whole year. Injury, gutting it out, trying to play through it, and still making it to the finals. But they are down here by 5 as we get to our first technical timeout.
Get a chance to win gadgets good for 12. In Shakey's Monster Meal Deal. Monster prizes 12 for 12. It's a meal good for 12. Win gadgets good for 12. Eat, eat, eat. Enjoy a lot. Monster Meal Deal. Monster prizes 12 for 12. You're watching ABS-CBN Sports. Ang lakas mo.
Back at the arena here in San Juan, over probably 5,000 spectators on a Saturday. One of them, a fanatic of volleyball for many years already. Escardal is very popular host. Si Hervasio, Lazaro, the players from Ateneo, and the best setter, Jen Ferrer, also in attendance right here at the arena. What a run for them. They gave LaSalle a major run for their money in that semi-final matchup. Misreceived as we are back in play here. 8-3, LaSalle in the lead.
Ortiz, successful again with another running hit.
4 serving 8. Coach Shaq up from that bench. Coach Mamila stayed on his bench as the most popular UST player right now. The closer, as we call her. Aiza Maizo playing in her last game.
Maranyo sending that one out.
Maranyo, of course, part of that team last year that lost to UST, even with a incredible record from last year. A lot of people, as you know, already installed LaSalle as the champions of last year, but UST just proved steadier in the finals, sweeping LaSalle. Panatica.
Banatikla gets a touch. There was a check.
Be interesting to see how she plays today. Suffering from cramps that went up to her abdomen. And you know how that is.
That's legs pa nga.
Paralyzing.
It's really terrible. Imagine going up all the way.
Aiza Maizo with a service error, giving LaSalle an easy point. 9, serving 6 now. Cha Cruz, the captain. We saw them during the hallways trying to keep the girls focused prior to the game as Di Makulangan goes to Maru. Down the line, it is a UST point.
Maru still very effective. I can't even feel that she experienced injuries or cramps earlier on.
And you can't show it if you're the player.
Of course you can't show it.
You won't show it. Esperanza to Maranyo. Oh, what a kill from the sophomore.
This time around, LaSalle showing that they can also get a point from that running attack. Look at Maranyo.
She had 5 blocks in that game. She, together with Gumabao, led the blocking parade, the block party, so to speak, in game number 1. Maizo, of course, still the #1 scorer, even in game number 1. Alarca had 19 points in that game, the last time out. Maizo from the back row. Back set.
Oh, good coverage. Oh, but Di Makulangan. That's the advantage of having a tall setter. Quick thinking there by Rhea Di Makulangan.
All right.
Although, credit to LaSalle, that was good coverage.
Just finding a spot. And Panatica living on the cheers of this predominantly, well, I don't know if I should say predominantly UST crowd now, because the crowd today for LaSalle has multiplied compared to Wednesday.
Oh, that's right.
Although,
Look at the stats.
kanina kasi dahil naglaro yung men's, so kanina pa yung maaga nandito.
But you know, the arena is really full up to the bleachers. In fact, people are already standing up.
Isa na lang ang kalamangan ng LaSalle dito. 9-7-10. Pidakulangan has done that many, many years for UST. Now we're tied.
And you'll see that a lot of the points are coming from either Maruba Natikla or balls that are being tipped over.
Great to see the other players here who are not playing. Like the UP men's volleyball team are here. Of course, they received their award, but they're watching here at the arena. And then the Ateneo the women's volleyball team, some of them.
That's how much they love volleyball. They really watch.
Kaya yung sinasabi ko, second runner-up for this year, UP. Katabi nila yung girls from Ateneo. 11 serving 10. Caballero. They need Caballero to be consistent today, Anne.
That's right. Hindi pwede kasi, you know, what you'll see is that for UST, the key players would have to be Dimakulangan and Banatikla, but the outside hitter plays a very, very crucial role.
For De La Salle, touching the net
You can expect Maizo. And then Banatikla, of course, with the injury. So Caballero is going to be very crucial. She needs to play her best today if they want any chance of extending this to a winner-take-all on Wednesday. The Rookie of the Year on your screens. What a job she has done this year, huh?
That's right. Of course, did an excellent job. She brought the team here in the championships. And what you'll see from Esperanza is that even just as a rookie, she gambles her place.
I agree. She did not show at all that she was, a rookie.
That's very important. They always say the skill can be taught, pero yung tapang and yung diskarte has to be there already with the player.
Esperanza with a jump serve. Maizo, who is the best receiver from game number 1, and she's always been great in that department. Free ball for LaSalle.
Very steady, very consistent.
And look at her, saving that. Caballero. Cruz with the dig. They open up to Mercado. Banatikla taking it. They go back to Caballero. Check the net. With the roof provided by Gunabao and Alarca. Game number 2, folks, is what you're watching on Studio 23. The finals for the women's volleyball tournament. And Esperanza continues to serve 14-10.
Excellent serve.
It's a race for the Rookie of the Year.
So that's 15-10. Here's a Shakey's fast serve coming at you. Shakey's, it's fun. Family pizza. Mabul na dito UST at 10-all, but 5 straight points by the 2009 champions. That's in. LaSalle's focus this year has been laser-like. Again, as we said, technically, wala pang tinalo to this year. They lost. Their one blemish is that UE quote-unquote loss where it was forfeited. A little bit of a controversy towards the end of the second round, but LaSalle did not get distracted. They continued winning.
And they're here now for the championships as Mercado commits a violation.
Part of that 2009 champion team with Ina Santos. Cruz was there, Alarca was there.
Alarca gets that through the triple ball for UST.
Second technical
And
timeout.
we are at 16-12 now. That means we get into a technical timeout. Back in a moment.
For the hottest men in the country, only Clear Men with cooling menthol is good enough. Up to 3 times more effective against dandruff.
Nothing else works for me.
No dandruff, just cool hair.
Hi, I'm Rico Marhopper of the VMIC WA Samados. Catch the PBA 36th season.
Well, I did mention Ila Santos at 2019. She's here, the captain, former captain, the champion, together with Michelle Datuin, one of their more imposing frontline players. Coach Janelle Bakuli, of course, the athletic director now of the much improved National University with Mr. Robert Pagia, Mr. Ricky Palou, all in attendance today here at the arena, and why not? Game number 2 of the women's volleyball tournament for the UAAP. The finals. Kulangan to the rookie.
Getting that point.
First taste of this kind of an atmosphere and para kay Hirotsuhi.
And of course, big pressure because you're still very young. You're together with already veterans inside the court. You're expected to perform at the same level.
That is exactly what girls like Maranyo experienced last year. That's out.
Poor estimation made there by Larka.
It is 14 serving 16. Set number 1 of game number 2. LaSalle taking game number 1. They go back to that set which they were not able to execute earlier.
And that's how it should be. After an error, you should make up for it by getting that point, just like what Alarka did.
It's a replay brought to you by Shakey's. Shakey's, it's fun, family pizza. Coach Ramil up from the seat for the first time. Barking instructions as Alarka comes up with another great serve. Esperanza reaching over for that one.
The violation is called.
The back row player on De La Salle.
15,
Judy
17. Gohing. Tumabaw. Like textbook. The form and the count, as Mosey would always say, when you see her and her approach. No flash, no nothing. Simply effective. Makulangan. Oh, and what a block by Maranyo. The leading shot, or the leading blocker of game number 1 with the offensive block on Ortiz for the 4-point lead. 19-15, we listen to UST.
Kung pag binali mo, huwag kayong mataranta. Relax lang na kailangan mayangat yung bola kahit sa gitna na lang. Okay? Kailangan natin makakuha ng magandang depensa para maka-atake ulit tayo. Okay? Pag umatake, cover ulit. Cover. Wala kumu-cover eh. Okay lang ma-block pero kailangan naka-cover tayo. Ha? Sige na, 92 pa lang yan. Start!
UST down here by 4 and down in the finals, trying to force sudden death, which will be played on Wednesday.
That's right, but you know, Coach Shaq just calling out the attention of the girls. Tama naman siya. It's inevitable to be blocked in the game, but what you really need is to make sure that coverage is there. Let's see if the girls can make this adjustment quickly.
It's an electric atmosphere here at the arena in San Juan, where we are packed to the rafters. Thank you for joining us on Studio 23. For those who cannot be here, as Isa Maisel also blocked.
And this is the thing, for LaSalle, of course, they know that one of well, of course, the first option for UST is to set it to Isa Maizo. So automatically, if she's in the front line, alam mong babantayan na yan. So for UST, they have to vary it a bit. Luckily, of course, Maruba Natikla and Ortiz is in the front line as well.
5-point lead. And Cha Cruz, medyo nakailalim dun sa bola.
Nakailalim ang kulang sa wrist.
Well, this is how this game started in game number 1. Really, it's like LaSalle very clinical in the way that they played in the first 2 sets. And then the dip came in set number 3. In other words, nagkaroon ng kumpiyansa yung UST. And you never want to do that against the defending champion, obviously. Good serve. Better reception by Gohing. Ortiz setting up Maru. Oh, that's a great call by Maru Banaticla.
This is where you see variation in terms of their shots.
Let's listen to LaSalle at this timeout. Their lead down to 3.
Itong formation natin, itong formation natin, bakit ka nasisiksik at ako sa nito? Dapat nandito ka, di ba? O, dapat nandito ka. Parang pagka walang receive, takbo ka dito. Ano gagawin mo dito pag walang receive? Sino mapalo dyan? Wala. So, yun ang receive formation natin So, yun muna. Huwag natin pagpilitan, bumalik ka naman sa dati. Sige, ganun na, receive muna tayo. Napatay.
Palo kayo, tiwanan ng sarili, ha?
We've been listening to Coach Ramil for many, many years, and it is still, to me, it's amazing how fast he can really give those
He fits everything in
that timeout. I mean,
he's mastered that.
Talk about efficiency in the 30 seconds that you have to talk.
You have to make sure that you get your message across.
That's worth 2 timeouts to other coaches already, and I'm not knocking it at all. It's a great skill. You know, the focus of LaSalle in this finals, actually in this whole season, has been remarkable. That I heard that even in terms of cell phones, prior to the finals, it was taken away from the girls. Not forced away, but you know, it was a voluntary.
It's part of
for distractions, not to be part of what they're doing here in the finals. Esperanza blocking Banaticla. Back set to Stephanie. Abalejo was there. They go back to Maru.
Maru is very effective.
Wow. Playing hurt. Well, we expected this girl when we saw her last year. We expected this girl to be she was such a fighter last year.
We saw it already.
Yep. Bad reception by the former Rookie of the Year, Melissa Gohing. Maraño again! Gonzalez to Caballero. Here comes Esperanza to Stephanie Mercado. Ball still alive, and a free ball for LaSalle here. There they go. Back set to Maraño.
Abigail Maraño!
22-18. Part of that team that suffered the heartbreak last year.
UST Tigresses.
And Coach Shaq will ice Abigail Maraño for a while.
Maru, yung running spike natin, nauna yung talo natin. Tapos, pag tumalon tayo, papunta tayo doon sa may antena. Hindi natin kinukuha yung cross court. Kailangan establish yung position natin. Tapos kuha tayo ng cross court. Depensa tayo doon sa straight ball. Diba? Timing tayo, timing. Tapos mababa na yung contact mo sa bola. Ha? Tsagain mo, ha? Habang may ano yung blocker, maliit doon sa dulo, ha? Okay? Receive lang, ha? Break lang, service lang. Receive tayo.
4 points. Kalamangan ng LaSalle dito sa UST.
Denise Stan, former player of UST, also here. They're, watching the game of the Lady Tigers.
Abigail Maraño now serving. Caballero. Back set. Great idea though. Kasi
nobody was there.
Bukas na bukas ang LaSalle.
But you have to master the art of really putting the right amount of force.
Not easy.
Drop ball.
It's not as easy as people think.
And yung motion din niya dun diba? Parang pababa na siya.
Free ball for LaSalle, who are 2 points away from pocketing set number 1. Make that 1 point away as Jacalarca. This is like the Jacalarca of old.
She must be really pumped up and
yeah.
energized because of the award that she received earlier.
She looks it. Very active. And Coach Ramil is a point away from set number 1.
Oh, poor setup there.
Miscommunication between Maru and Dimaculan. That's it for set number 1. Another dominating performance here in this set. 25-18 is the score. It is exactly the same score as set number 1 of game number 1, and this is why we said they played tremendous volleyball in that game. Can they keep it up, and can they close out UST? Well, they have their nose ahead here in game number 2. Back in a moment.